Yo, what's good? This is CheZZa and
St. Jason.
this is the Casual Fan Podcast, where we talk a whole bunch of wrestling shit that we watched this past week. This past week pretty much was FastLane. That's what it built off to, right? From the beginning.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Boom. And we got...
Here we go.
Sarah, introduce yourself.
Mr. Steven S, what's going on, everyone?
Bullet.
What's happening?
So yeah, like we're saying, there wasn't much going on in wrestling this week. Pretty much this week was FastLane. If I can remember, I watched a little bit of NXT yesterday. Wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. Walter's back. He's gonna fight Tommaso Ciampa.
Tommaso Ciampa look kind of old in the ring, though.
Yeah, I don't know why he's growing back his hair, because it just showing the receding hairline is like heavy.
Yeah.
The women's tag team, Shotzi Blackheart and Ember Moon, pretty dope. Did their thing. They went up against Mercedes Martinez and Chelsea Green or some shit like that. I forget.
Yeah, champs. They're the former champs.
No, Ali. Sorry, Mercedes Martinez and Ali. The former champs are Raquel Gonzalez and Dakota Kai. Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot the other big.
When I see Mercedes Martinez, I always wonder, how does Sasha Banks feel knowing that somebody is actually allowed to use her real name, Mercedes? You know what I mean? Like, she could have just used the name. Because remember, I don't know if you guys listened to her interview with Stone Cold, but in her Stone Cold interview, she said that the reason why she was gone for a long time was because she was feeling overwhelmed. She was feeling that she didn't remember who Mercedes was anymore. She was Sasha Banks. Everybody calling her Sasha Banks so much, she was just Sasha Banks. She didn't know who she was anymore. So that's why she said she took that time off. Well, she tried to quit. Vince said no. Just go home. Call me when you're ready. So she went home, chilled, and got back to it. So just off of that strength, it makes me wonder. I'm like, how does she feel knowing that there's somebody else called Mercedes, like using it as their name?
Yeah, that's kind of wild. I mean, like, just Vince owning like names and shit is wild.
It makes sense. Like, if I have a TV show and you're a character, you can be a character in my TV show. Cool.
Yeah.
The extra shit, like when he owns your name, you're not allowed to do this, you're not allowed to do that. That's only WWE. Honestly, that's only the wrestling industry. Like, you can't pull that shit in movies. You can't pull that shit on TV. You can't pull that shit in sports. You can't pull that shit on none of that. Like, with sports, the only thing you can't do, you can get a sponsorship outside, but if it's outside and they're not sponsored by let's say NBA, and it's Shaq does a A535 commercial. You see his jersey and his shorts are like
something else,
generic. They're just generic jerseys and shorts. You know what I mean? Like,
they'll
you can't show his team
numbers, but it won't.
Exactly.
Won't
so
be the actual.
They don't stop him from doing what he does. WWE is the only I say WWE, but it's the wrestling industry. They're just the only ones who are the industry, right? So, but outside of those things on NXT, nothing really was crazy for me. I watched AEW for like 2 minutes, and I was just done. I don't know.
Aren't we all?
No, I'm just done. So yeah,
it's not doing it no more. It's just like
it's like they got to their point. You know what I mean? It's like only so long. Like, the honeymoon's over. The honeymoon is over. Straight up, the honeymoon is over. So now you're seeing AEW for what it is. You know what I mean? Nothing has changed since it started a year ago. It's the same people. Well, a lot of WWE people, but the same storyline, same high spots all the way through, same everything. So it's like, okay, you got to give us a little something more now. Like, every year should be evolution. Every year you evolve. Every year, just a little bit.
But isn't that speaking to the product, almost in a way like ECW. It's like you watch ECW to see how far they can go with it, right?
Right.
Right.
But they still gave you
AEW,
storylines, did they?
I can't really speak to that. I wasn't like a fan of them in the time. Like I would just see certain tapes and whatnot, but I never like really watched.
I would say I would just
real
assume
time.
ECW being headed by Paul Heyman, there was some sort of storylines going on.
Yeah,
you know
but
what I
I
mean?
just mean like you're really there to see how extreme it can get. With AEW, I think it's like, all right, I'm really just here to see the spots. So we're gonna do a bunch of spots. So for people who just want to see spots, I guess that's your cup of tea. Like that's cool for you. It's something for you. Me personally, like sell a move for me. Like I don't want to just see 5 moves in a row and like.
And then you guys are good. Like.
Yeah.
You get knocked around and then you like
hit the mat yet from the first move, and yet you're trying to do a next move now.
They don't even shake it off. It's like a video game, pretty much. Like we're waiting for their power to go down. Then all of a sudden, it's like once their power is like in the red, all of a sudden they can be pinned.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's like until then, they get the hit and then they pop right back up, back in form.
Suplex. You get a suplex, and after suplex, there's a kick, and after the kick, there's an elbow, and after elbow, there's another suplex, and after the elbows, and all that, you're actually getting up for someone to do that shit to you, and then after that, the person goes, and you're sitting there, like, wow.
And then they reverse it.
Yeah.
And then it's the other guy. Then it's the other guy.
He gets a super kick. Like, what? Yeah. You survived all that and was able to give a super kick? And now this guy can't get up from that super kick?
Is the super kick ineffective at this point?
I don't know. I haven't heard no thigh claps.
Well, they banned the thigh claps in WWE.
Yeah, in WWE, it's all over AEW, but they banned it, but it's not really like a ban. It was like it's frowned upon. Like, like make it make sense. Like Drew McIntyre does it when he does the Claymore, but it's like there's so much action in that move.
Body's going forward like that.
Exactly. There's so much action within the move that it's not going to be right there. You slap, boom. Like they're slapping to kick somebody in their side. Like, I'm sorry, but no. If I kick you in the side, you're going, oof. You know what I mean? It's not no slap.
Yeah.
Like, when did my shoes sound like the palm of my hand? It doesn't make sense. But if you get a nice kick in your face, a nice one, where like dude has been sweating for a while, my shoes have been gripping on, you know what I mean? That you catch that good right in the face, you could get a nice clap sound from the face. But yeah. But enough.
I don't want to kick me in my face like that. Shit. To get that clap sound with that nice shiny. Jeez.
Like I feel like if I kick somebody, I will hear a nice good clap sound. And it could be just a pop of the jaw, you know what I mean? Just shutting that jaw closed.
Or your teeth that rattling real quick.
You see it. So there's reason that the sound can make up here. But if you're doing it anywhere in the body, that's stupid. Like, why are you even doing it?
I said gut kicking and make a slap for a gut.
Yeah. It's like, why am I why is there
they're so used to the motion that they don't even think about it. And they're kicking, so they're gonna slap anyway. So it doesn't make any sense.
Well, yeah. All right. We get into this fast lane. We'll go through it fast. First one.
You go through it fast.
I'm assuming it wasn't on the list because I don't see that we actually United States champion. It was Riddle versus Mustafa Ali.
Yo, that's crazy.
Finally.
The bonus match is a championship match.
Yeah. The kickoff match.
Crazy.
Yeah, I'm trying to see. And all the other matches there. They could have did Braun Strowman versus Elias for the kickoff. Pretty much. Well, yeah. So, Riddle versus Mustafa Ali. Riddle wins. And Retribution finally breaks up. Mustafa Ali turns on everybody. Starts screaming on them again. First, Mia Yim. She takes off. Then the other two... Tag team move, drops him. Boom. Done. Oh, Slapjack left as well. Slapjack left as well. Can't forget him.
So let me get this straight. Like, I don't have words for this. Let me get this straight. So you guys like basically fought for these guys. Look like you were gonna make some sort of redemptive comeback. I don't know, like as heels. I don't know how you do that. And then you break them up. You squashed them. You squashed them. You look like you were building them back up, and then you broke them up.
Yeah, they had to though. Truthfully, they had to break them up. And
no, I thought there was, maybe it's just me. I thought there was a story in them always losing, and then Mustafa like there was one week where I think Riddle beat one of them, and then Mustafa's like no, I'm gonna show them how it's done, and then he beats Riddle. I'm thinking they're starting to do that. They're slowly starting to be like, all right, we need to kick it up a notch if we're gonna compete and be this force or whatever.
Yeah.
And every week he was kind of like, this is how it's done.
And he was screaming on the guys. So
and now you're breaking them up.
This is the last screaming they could take.
They need to break them up. Like, sorry, it needs to happen.
This is almost worse than Nexus.
What is a good thing about their breakup is that they were all under mask, except for Mustafa Ali. So, truthfully, when they all come back, they won't have all that stink on them because, you know what I mean? Like, we know who Dominik Dijakovic is. We know who Mia Yim is. We know Dio Madden. We know those people. But at the same time, when they come as regular characters, not Retribution characters, it'll be better. You know what I mean? And that's 3 wrestlers they get to throw right now onto the main roster. And they're like beasts, like Dio. Between Dio, Dominic, and Mia Yim, they have 3 stars right there. You know what I mean? So
we'll see.
I'm all right with the breakup. I'm all right because hopefully it gives them more people to actually work with. Dijakovic is a beast. Mia Yim does her thing. And Dino Madden really never had no time to shine, but he's a big dude. And Slapjack, I don't really know either. So we get to learn who Slapjack is. Neil says, hey guys, what up, Neil?
Neil, what up?
Here doing our wrestling talk as usual. But yeah, so Matt Riddle won that one. First match of the night was the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship. Nia Jax and Shayna versus Sasha and Bianca. And as we all knew, Nia Jax and Shayna won. I don't know why they keep going to this well of let's put them as a tag team so then they can fight between each other. It doesn't make sense, but hey, they did it again. They lost again. So your 2 champions, like you're pretty much one of your night's main events has been losing for the past month against the tag team champions.
Mm-hmm.
What a wonderful thing I can't wait to see them main event. Because then only one of them could lose, not both. I don't know.
Hey, you never know.
Regardless who wins, Shayna and Nia should have a chance to beat them. They should be able to put their hat in the thing and be like, yo, let's go. You know what I mean? So Righteous said something, but it didn't come up. What up, Righteous?
Righteous, what's happening, man?
But yeah. So after that bummy match, we got the IC championship.
You don't hold back. That's how you really feel.
I'm just saying. Intercontinental Championship, Big E versus Apollo. Did you guys get to watch this at all?
No.
Yes, and I was disappointed of the ending.
Yeah. Me too.
The lead up was choppy at best.
No, you're the only one with the problem with the lead up. I was fine with the lead up. I was good with the lead up. I was fine with it.
You just like you just like seeing Apollo fall flat on his face.
No, man. I think Apollo's killing it. Honestly, I think Apollo is killing this. A lot of people are mad at the accent. I understand. You can be mad at the
Slim.
accent, but this is the best Apollo has been to me since he touched WWE.
I can't lie. I like Apollo right now.
you see it? You see it?
I like Apollo right now. I compared to what the Apollo they're giving us, I like the Apollo right now.
This is the best Apollo. Like
give me
even
the accent.
The fake accent.
When Booker T was King Booker and he had the accent and he had the African accent and he had the English accent, nobody was saying nothing. Yo,
you know why?
Look
you
at
know why?
Kofi. People gave Kofi the pass too. When Kofi gave the Jamaican, everybody was like, "We know Kofi's not Jamaican, but let it slide." They let it slide.
Slim,
yo, I'm good with this.
No, Slim, you are too smart for this, so I have to roast you. Come on. King Booker was played for comedy, and you know that.
Yo,
Apollo's not playing for laughs here.
Yo, he got certified from the Nigerian vice prime minister. He got certified.
Like the vice prime minister's aide was like, big up. Like
I like this. He got certified. So
he's like, big up my Nige brother. Big up my Nige brother.
Yeah.
Into the motherland. He got certified. You gotta allow that.
Yeah, guess what? I got that email too. Okay, I just didn't open it.
Oh, not that email. No, this is on Twitter. This was on Twitter. I'm telling you. Like, if there's one thing, Nigerians are loving it. They don't care about the accent. They're loving that he's representing the country itself. Yep. To me, I'm like, it's big. Like, in a way, they used it. They used it because they're like, okay, how can we work? How can we work Apollo and make him actually personable? They go to his background. They say Nigerian. Do something with that. He didn't come in like, what's it called, Kamala, and be like, yo, I'm a freaking savage from the Nigerian jungles. No, he was like, my family line is Nigerian. Like, I really take this. I take this as like a Canadian Jamaican type thing. And it's like sometimes the patois come out.
Yo.
Well, they wrestle down there, so you never know. This could be Vince's way of saying, you know what? If they like it this much there, let me see if I can have an NXT. I've had NXT Africa or NXT Nigeria. You know what I'm saying? You know that they're going to say Africa or whatever.
They'll say Africa. They'll say Africa.
So they have an NXT Africa, right? And there you go. There's another expansion that they have way over yonder.
Come on, let's be serious. Were you mad when they said Jinder Mahal was from India?
No, damn.
When technically he's only from Calgary. He's like Toronto.
He's from Toronto.
I think it's Calgary. It's Calgary. I believe it's Calgary. Yeah. Born and raised in Calgary.
Jinder is much.
He was doing the accent too.
Jinder in speech is much, much more believable.
Because he came in with the speech.
I can't.
Because he came in with the speech.
Was it that off?
Right. Apollo never had the speech enough. So now that he's bringing in the speech, you're like, oh, come on, you can't bring me the speech now. And the man, he can't. Hit the side of his head. He hit the guy's side of his head, and that speech thing popped up. You know the little syndrome they have that when you start speaking a different language. You know what I'm saying? So
now hold on. If he used it sparingly, but often, like you have a promo, and then you get into there's a saying where I'm from, and then you go. I can see that, but him just being like,
"Oh man, when you get upset, the accent comes out, bro. That's just the way it goes, man. Just when you get upset, come on, go get a Canadian Jamaican upset. Go get a Jamaican Canadian upset. He'll talk like this all day. Hey, how you doing? And then what happened to you?
Wait, hold on a second. Don't even ask him that. I know you don't. I know you have a significant other over there. When she gets mad at you, does that accent come out sometimes?
Not really, no.
Don't lie.
Huh?
It's more so.
Does she start talking in French?
She's talking to somebody. No, it's more so she's talking to somebody from where she's from.
Yeah. But that's true. That always comes out too.
When she gets angry though, it doesn't come out sometimes. It's because it just sometimes just hits. It just hits here and just comes straight.
She doesn't go to your room.
Not really, no.
No,
not really, no.
Oh, you lucky.
Said Kofi this week on Raw was British. You see? Accents are fine. Be who you want to be.
Yo,
Don't let.
Making.
I don't remember much from Raw this week, but we'll get into Raw afterwards. But
I don't even know if we're getting to Raw, man.
yeah.
But yes, so
We
the winner of
gonna
this
have
match.
We're going to have to, because Raw deserves to get roasted.
But we're gonna have to, yeah, okay. All right, so the winner of that match was Big E. It was on some fuck shit. Whereas like Apollo's shoulders weren't down, but they were down, and blase blue. So
Yeah.
they
And that's
found
how
their
you
way
get to Mania.
to push their Mania. So Trey's got that one right. We bet on Apollo, my Nigerian brother. So my mom did her ancestry.com, right? And she found out she's, I believe, 72% Nigerian. So I feel Apollo when he talk like this, you know? I don't even think that was a Jamaican African accent.
I knew there was an angle for this.
No, I just figured that out. Remember that
There
right now,
had to
but
be
no,
some
I
reason
know.
he was pressing for this.
I rock with Apollo's though. Like finally, Apollo's in a position where he's actually interesting. He's not just smiling. He's not just walking up to the ring. He never had a reason to be upset. Like the first thing I read, like actually weird. There's actually theories about his thing is if you remember, Apollo sat down with Roman Reigns. Remember that time he was sitting with the Roman?
Yeah.
So the theory is the talk with Roman was, bro, look at this. It's about family. Like, go back to your roots, dog. Like, you want to start winning? Be who you're supposed to be. So that's when he turns around and says, hold on, my family are Nigerian. Like, they're Nigerian royalty. So that's the whole theory that hopefully they pay that off down the line where him and Roman buck up again. But
head of the table versus head of the table?
Could be. It could be. That'd be pretty crazy. Just off of that strength where Apollo is like, his confidence is just through the roof now. He's like, yo, nobody can stand up in front of me. While Roman's like, yo, I'm the one who gave you the word, bro. And he's like, eat your food too.
It takes time. If anybody can, if you remember Edge and what Edge was before he become Edge and Christian, you're looking at Edge like, would you ever think if you watch Edge in his first 2 years that Edge would be the rated R superstar that he is right now?
What do you mean when he was with the Brood?
No, like this was even before he was. He didn't come with the Brood. He just came in and as Edge.
Did he? Then I don't even remember that Edge.
You know, Edge, yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying though. But when he came
in as the Brood?
No, it was Edge and Christian.
And WWE
was the Brood.
No, Edge and Christian came down the line. But I believe if they were together, they were together in the Brood.
It was in the Brood because they came up through what's his name?
Gangrel? Or
Gangrel.
Someone else. Yeah, Gangrel.
No, Gangrel.
So they came up in the Brood, or Edge by himself? He went with the Brood.
No,
I'm about to Google right
first.
Let's see what is WWE first.
And then they branched out after that.
I'm about to get to this debut. Bum. It said made his television debut as Edge. Let me go down the line. Oh, he's from Orangeville? That little old town?
Mm-hmm.
That little old town? Oh, I think you're right. Oh, okay. So from what I see, his first televised match was against Jose Estrada Jr. He had a whole bunch of other matches after that, but then he was placed in a feud against the vampire wrestler Gangrel. During that feud, Gangrel introduced Christian, which was Edge's storyline brother, as his ally. And that's when Gangrel and Christian convinced Edge to join them, and that's when they started the Brood. Yeah, see, we should have just listened to Neil. Neil was like, he was by himself first, then joined up with Christian, and together they joined the Brood. Yeah, so Gangrel brought Christian in. They convinced him to join them. Yeah, that's big. I went to high school with both Edge and Christian. To think how close it is, like they're right there.
But as I said, didn't I say Edge started? Yeah, but I'm saying if you remember Edge, what do you thought Edge would have been the rated R superstar that he is now? Like as you see him progress throughout his career in the WWE, like okay, yeah, this guy is ready for. Even when he was an Intercontinental title,
Not even
champion,
because
like,
yeah,
even when he was
I thought.
Intercontinental champion,
And did you ever get 5 seconds of picture time?
But then he just switched. So how don't we know that this is not this guy's time to just switch and just flip that switch? Okay, this is the path I need to go on in order to get to this person.
Neil says
no.
never. No, never. But it's true. It's true. Because think about it. Gangrel was their leader. So you'd assume that Gangrel would have been a bigger superstar in the end. But you look at it, he's not even close. You know what I mean? So you never know. You never know. The roll of the dice. The roll of the dice.
Yeah. Look at Batista.
Yeah.
Batista started out as Deacon Batista.
Yeah.
With
But if you ask Cornette will tell you he had the size. He had the size. He had the look. So just on how you use them the right way. But yeah. Next match. Braun Strowman versus Elias. So there was a video of Shane practicing, doing knees, where he hurt himself. So he convinced Elias to do the match for him. They had the match. Braun won. Elias lost. Trace picked Braun. We picked Shane. Shane wasn't there. And this is how they get to WrestleMania. Cheers. None of you guys are cheering. Hold on a second. You guys don't want to cheer? I'll find a cheer.
Don't do that.
I'll find a cheer. Let's get there. Where's my applause? Oh, headphones are on. Lucky. Wonderful match. Wonderful match. See? Neil also agrees. 'Twas bullshit. Yeah. So anyways, the next match after that was Seth Rollins versus Shinsuke. Asked about this in the group. The only one who answered was Trace. And he picked the right one. Seth won. Did you guys get to watch this match?
No.
From what I saw, it wasn't too bad. It wasn't a bad match between the two of them. Like you knew Seth was gonna win. Because in the end, this is a lead into Seth versus Cesaro. So it was a dope match though. Like these are two people who can work their asses off, right? Neil liked it.
Great match, Neil said.
Yeah, great match. But yeah, no, Cesaro, that's the whole lead up, right? Cesaro versus
I would pick that to be a good match.
Yeah. Like too bad it wasn't for like anything big, like belts or anything, but storyline wise, it's dope. Hopefully they still like are pushing Shinsuke in a way, because remember how he won the gauntlet match thing, like how Kofi did, and then he got knocked out. And then so hopefully they start bringing him back, but we will see. We will see. But yeah, Trace was the one who answered it, so he got it right.
He's already winning anyway, so shit.
Did we get? Yeah, we got Nia Jackson, Sasha, and Shayna Baszler right.
Yeah, you got everything else right.
Oh, I think I got this one right. No holds bar match between Drew McIntyre and Sheamus. Oh, before we get into that, Neil says Cesaro will kick Seth's ass. I hope so. I hope they give him that push.
I think that's a push that he's gonna get, because they've been asking. I remember they did this survey and they asked like, what wrestler do you think needs the biggest push or hasn't been looked at? And Cesaro was like the number one wrestler there. So hopefully they say, okay, we listen. Let's see what he can do.
He said what?
If you give the belt to Bryan, you can give the belt to Cesaro.
To Cesaro, try it out. Like if you don't like it, you don't like it. Like, but it's true. It's so true. But yeah, so Drew versus Sheamus. Yeah. So Drew won. You guys picked Sheamus. Not sure why.
Why did you pick Sheamus?
Why
I don't know
did
why
you
I
guys?
picked Sheamus.
you
I don't
guys
know.
picked
Oh,
Sheamus.
that's why. That's why. I know why. I know why I picked Sheamus. I thought it was
Oh, I
going to
thought
be
be-
something
I
where
thought-
Lashley gets involved and costs
Yeah, I
him
thought
the
Lashley
match.
would be involved.
Oh, okay.
And then
All
later
right.
on, you could still pay off Drew and Sheamus if you want to go back to it before
Right before,
he
before
starts
WrestleMania.
going for the belt or whatever.
Okay. But yeah, that match, hard hitting as expected. It was dope. Like, Sheamus is putting in work. Like, this last couple, like, run where he's been going against Lashley, Drew, all, like, the top people, he's been doing his thing. And,
Yeah.
no, not that no holds barred match, but on Raw, if you saw, Sheamus went up against Bobby Lashley again. Lashley put him
He
in a
got
hurt lock.
ragdoll.
Isn't it crazy? Like, I swear, when Bobby Lashley puts people in the hurt lock, he's going on serious. And the man tapped out. Found out, I heard somebody say, that was the first time Sheamus ever tapped out in his WWE career. That is crazy. First time he's ever tapped out. So, and it looks so brutal. Like, when he puts it on anybody,
he ragdolled him.
Man, yo, Lashley's a beast, and which is crazy.
At first, I thought they were going to have him. At first, I thought they were going to have him get out because they were close by the ropes. Like, Lashley's backing up, and they're right by the ropes, right before he goes to tap.
Yeah.
But he ragdolled him.
I liked it. I wasn't mad at it. Like, Bobby Lashley's like the only thing.
I thought about it. And I was wondering if it was him or Drew that said they'd never tapped out. But it was Sheamus.
Oh, okay, right? Okay. It was Sheamus. Never tapped out his whole career. So first time, Bobby Lashley.
They might pay that off later too.
Well, Roman technically did tap out.
Yes. We'll get to that.
We'll get to that. Next match, Alexa Bliss versus Randy Orton. And we all were right. Alexa did win. We were right. Alexa did win. Yeah, so how do you like the new Fiend?
Randy Orton's wife wants piece of that ass, boy.
The who?
Oh, we'll get into that. Hold on. We'll get into that.
All right. Okay.
How do you feel about the new Fiend?
The who thing?
The crispy thing. The crispy
Don't you mean the Yeti? The Yeti.
The Kentucky Fried Fiend, like extra crispy.
It looks so dumb.
There's one theory.
All right,
I hope this works.
You're gonna sell some more masks. You're gonna sell some more masks. All right, cool.
I don't know. You're gonna buy that mask. We want to buy a burnt up mask. People would, but I'm just saying. So the theory is. I understand
where they're going with.
Theory is to mindfuck Randy Orton a little more. Turns out that this new Fiend is actually Bo Dallas. So he's gonna actually use a name that's like connected to Bray to show that he's actually Bray's brother. But I'm like, if that's the case, I guess that gives Bo something, and hopefully they can work it out the right way. But that's one of those like Mr. Fantastics. I don't see it really happening. But yeah. So Alexa Bliss, she won. Next on her match list seems to be Randy Orton's wife. Like Slim was saying.
She wants that ass, boy.
She didn't like the way that Alexa pinned Randy. She got a little too Randy with her pin. Mm-hmm. Did you get to see that picture? Oh my gosh, hold on.
I did not.
So
I heard about it, but I didn't.
She pretty much straddled. She was straddling Randy and sitting like on him. You know what I mean? So the wife wasn't happy, but the Fiend was standing right behind her. So I'm like, where would the Fiend stand? Like, she should be happy Alexa didn't sit on his face. A lie? A lie? Because truthfully, when they're wrestling, they must wear like jock straps and shit, right? So her sitting there doesn't do nothing. Like, it's not like Randy could feel anything. But if she pinned him the other way, what do you do?
That would have been arms.
I'm just saying.
That would face.
Randy would have turned face. I see what you did there. Neil says Bo sucks. That's rude. Very rude.
Yo,
Bo
you obviously do not believe.
You don't believe, Neil?
You do not believe.
Neil, you don't
Neil
believe?
is not a believer. Bo was dope.
How do you not
NXT.
believe?
In the whole Bo, I don't know. I was a fan of Bo Leave. I can't hate on
Yo,
Bo.
the Bo Leave shit was the best shit he's ever done.
Nah, the JBL shit he did in NXT. The JBL shit he did in NXT. That was tough. You have to go back and see it, but he was like a JBL type character. It was really dope. When he came on the main roster and he came out as like the Bo Leave character and not that one, I was so confused. I was like, you have a ready-made character that like the type of character Vince loves. Why don't you just keep running with that? But he did not. He changed it to Bo Leave. Bo Leave was dope, though. I'm not even knock Bo Leave. Bo Leave was crazy. I love Bo Leave. But yeah. So the last match. The last match was the Universal Championship, Roman Reigns versus Daniel Bryan, with Edge as the special enforcer. So you know how this went. Fuckery ensued. Jey Uso came through, swung a few chairs. Edge got vexed, swung a few chairs. Daniel Bryan then made Roman Reigns tap. Like all through the match, he was actually trying to make him tap. Like he was putting submission moves all like the whole match. So it was like going to that point where he was gonna make Roman tap. But by the time he made Roman tap, the referee was already knocked out. So Edge came in to become the special referee. But then he got mashed up by Jey Uso. Then soon as Daniel Bryan has him where he's tapping out, Edge just comes in and smacks them all with the chair. In the end, Roman did win. But yeah. So Edge is going to turn into a three-way. Obviously, it's always been looking that way lately. But yeah, WrestleMania is going to turn into a three-way because Edge is the reason why Daniel Bryan lost. Daniel Bryan should have won because visibly Roman was tapping to the yes lock. So yeah.
And that way, neither Roman nor Edge can lose at WrestleMania. As in, when I mean lose, as in get pinned.
Yeah. So Daniel Bryan will get
Daniel Bryan who's gonna get pinned.
Yeah.
Possibly by Edge. You never know.
Edge or Roman, but it's the best way to get the belt on Edge without pinning Roman. So then Roman can go on his streak about like I didn't lose, and then he's chasing after Edge. So yeah, but this match was all right. You know what I mean? Like I don't knock Roman Reigns matches. You don't get too many of those watching wrestling, so it's not that bad. It wasn't too bad. But yes, we all picked Roman because why would we pick anybody else? So I don't really have to count this up. We'll count it up this way. The one with the least amount of wrong wins. I have 3 wrong. I have 3 wrong. Slim has 4. Trace got 1. All right. The belt stays at his house again. Oh, sorry. Hold on. Hold on.
Give him some music.
No, I don't give him his
You give him clap.
He's a heel.
That works.
He's a
I like
heel.
that. That works perfect. I like that.
There we go.
You deserve every one of those.
You're right. It's only when they're quiet things are going wrong.
This guy. All right. Have you guys been actually Neil's here? We should make Neil moderator. Thoughts on 2021 Hall of Fame inductees so far? So have you guys seen who's been inducted? So
Eric Bischoff
for next year.
So Molly Holly, Eric Bischoff, the Great Khali, and Kane. Yeah. And Kane.
Kane's just getting in?
Yeah. But Kane is so humble, yo. I don't know if you've seen Kane's video of it. He's just mad chill. Like, so what they've been doing is getting like people to call in or to call the person and tell them that they got it. So Hurricane Helms, he called Molly Holly. I didn't see the Eric Bischoff or the Great Khali one. But Kane, Undertaker is the one who called him. So Kane was all tearing up like it's so funny. Undertaker says it. Kane's like, "Are you serious? Like you're serious?" Undertaker's like, "Yeah." And all it can make me think of is like they've been pulling tricks on each other for so long. The man was like, "Are you serious? You don't bullshit me right now. Like, are you serious?" He's like, "No, I'm serious." He's like, "Oh shit, man, I didn't know." He's like, "Nah, there wouldn't be a Hall of Fame without you," type thing. And Kane's just like, "All right, thank you, man, thank you." I'm like, yo, that dude's like, he's one of Vince's loyals, right?
Molly Holly,
Eric Bischoff.
Holly.
Okay, go ahead. No, let's start Molly Holly. What are your thoughts on Molly Holly?
You want to say it while we're live?
I like Molly, but the Hall?
Why not?
That's what I'm saying. The Hall
for WWE. For WWE, I feel
I like Molly
big
Holly.
character. I feel she was a big character for WWE.
I like Molly Holly. I thought she was really dope, but I don't. The Hall though, like the Hall.
I don't think she's Hall of Fame worthy. That's my opinion. I don't think she's Hall of Fame worthy.
Okay.
I don't know. I just think they should hold off. I don't think they should do it every year.
I know you love her, but take aside your love for her.
Great athlete, great character. And from you see, like, she's a mad cool person. You know what I mean? Like, you don't hear anybody say anything wrong about her. Like, she was just a dope person who came to work to learn new shit and do her thing. That was it.
Yeah, but it's the Hall's got to be elite.
Yeah, when I was the Hall of Fame, I look at
like.
Yeah, that's my opinion. I get
that it's too late now. I get that it's maybe too late now because like everybody's in it. So yeah, but if I'm just thinking of criteria and impact and just great matches, like memorable matches,
Molly's not the top on that list. Yeah. All right. In you saying that,
she was a great worker though. She's a great worker though.
In you saying that, Khali though, what the actual fuck? How do you feel about Khali?
He's there because he's an ambassador. He's there as an ambassador
to India. That actually makes his name bigger in India, right? Like he's a WWE Hall of Fame wrestler in India. Like it makes him look good, makes them look good. I don't know.
The first one.
He's in there for
be the first one. So when they go back, they can say, well, he's the first one. They have something to look forward to. Blah, blah,
but
blah.
Does he have a match? Just at least one match that you can go back to and be like, okay, it was memorable, whether good or bad. It was memorable.
Probably one of him and Cena's matches.
No, you can't say probably. If there's not a match, if you don't name a match, there's none. Like I know you probably have like the highlight reels within your head.
The first time him and Undertaker got into the ring together.
Yeah, I don't know.
Did he have a Punjabi death match? Did he have a Punjabi?
He's the reason why there was the Punjabi match.
Punjabi prison match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the reason why for that. Neil said it's been too late for a long time. Coco Beware. Yeah, Coco Beware has been in there. You know how you said it's been like a long time since everybody's in there. So since they put Coco Beware in, it's like pretty much
to really regulate quality.
Yeah. Like True say, Coco Beware.
But if I'm
I think it should be every other year.
They technically had to do that, and it makes sense. It makes sense. What else? Who's the other one? Eric Bischoff. Okay, how do you feel about Eric Bischoff being in the WWE Hall of Fame? I find that I don't know.
I think he should be I think he should be part of the NWO Hall of Fame.
That's true, right? So the NWO is going in. They're going in as well. But Bischoff isn't going in with them. They're going separately, the two of them.
Yeah, so that's why I would think he should go with the end. Yeah, I think he should be with the NWO Hall of Fame.
This has nothing to do with any of that.
What does it have to do with
This is Vince patting himself on the back. This is his trophy.
Elaborate. Break that down. Break that down.
Your show. I bought your show. And just to celebrate, I'm gonna put you in.
You're in my
Hall of Fame.
In my trophy case. We went to war, and now I'm putting you
in my trophy case.
In my trophy case.
All right, so
you're going in the Hall of Fame for your works in my company.
So
does Vince induct him? Does Vince give the speech?
This is Jay-Z signing Nas.
Yo, if he does, Vince would be the ultimate G.
Yo, that'd be hilarious.
Vince would be the ultimate G if he ever does that.
That'd be hilarious. So if you guys don't know the history, he once had this little company that went up against me. Was a little thorn in my side. Just a little one.
83 weeks.
83 weeks. He took all my oldest wrestlers. All my old wrestlers thinking he could beat me. And I said, you know what? If I can quote Jay-Z. Jay-Z said, if you made Hove, make another one. So that's what I did. That's Vince. That's what I did. They told me, if I'm the one who make Hulk Hogan, make another one. So we had Stone Cold. Then The Rock. Shawn Michaels. Triple H. Down the line. But yeah, that makes sense.
John
Cena. Brock Lesnar. Like, all this shit.
Batista.
Edge. Look at all these guys going through, man. Randy Orton.
Damn.
JBL.
If you guys were Eric Bischoff, would you do it? If you were Eric Bischoff, would you accept this?
Of course.
Yeah, I would. Because even though
it makes me look humble.
Even though it's his trophy stand, right? In a sense, I feel accomplished that I've made it on the Wrestling Hall of Fame. No matter what anybody says in the world, with WWE, blah, 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 WWE is the wrestling of the world. It's like being in the NBA, being in the NFL, being in the NHL. You know what I'm saying? Even though the Russian Hockey League is good, right? They can't compete with the NHL. You know what I'm saying? All these European leagues are good. They can't compete with the NBA. So that's where you want to be, and that's where you want to get your trophy. Later on, you can go somewhere else and say, yeah, whatever, but you want your trophy, you want your face associated with the best.
Okay. And the last one is Kane. Truthfully, That's not an argument. that's not an argument. Kane from the day he first debuted
came in there
to
and
when he
clear off
left,
that damn cage.
that cage, like there's nothing he's done wrong. Like he's played characters, funny characters, serious characters, monsters, soft dudes. Like he played everything. Like
yo,
he played scorn
Undertaker looked at him. When Undertaker looked at him for the first time, and just like shook his head, like
even he said, "Look at the size of this guy." Even though they've been wrestling before, just look at the size of this guy, man.
First time I saw Kane, like just first the stories talking about the brother. Mm-hmm. He has a brother, this brother, and Undertaker acted like he doesn't know him. Undertaker act like he just left him to die, left him to burn, blah 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 blah.
Like, holy shouting shit. About him.
Oh my god, like that whole Kane is coming. And then Kane comes and he doesn't say words. Doesn't say words.
He just has a walk.
In and out. And it's a serious walk. It's just like you look at him, he's like, I'm coming for business. It's like somebody's gonna die. Somebody's got to die right now. And as many times, like him and Undertaker, like they never like fell off. It never got corny to me. The two of them.
I think they really could have took that Kane character and put into even a movie and stuff like that. Because the way they had him at first, they could have had him as a real scary person.
They could have. They could have had him in a movie. For real though.
Yeah.
That's the thing that WWE is doing wrong. They should like, because these people have characters.
I mean, they
make movies based on their characters.
Oh yeah,
they fucked up when they unmasked him.
Yeah, because when they had like the whole, I can't.
They butchered it. They butchered the unmasking.
They butchered the unmasking, but Kane still worked it. You know what I mean? Like Kane still worked through the fuckery and was still able to make it his shit.
He survived it.
Like, you remember the whole
survived
when he had to talk with the thing on his neck?
Yes.
Like, Kane has gone through shit and it's still come out clean. Like,
before you even get to that, the bad makeup on his face when he took the mask
just
off.
The eye when he took the mask off. Yeah. Remember the hair? Remember when they had it like the frizzy hair, like it was all mashed up and shit? Man. No, they fucked up with like
they did it.
Like they fucked up
with that.
As many times as they fucked up with Kane always fixed it. Kane just went, fuck it. I'll do it.
I rolled it. Yeah, I rolled it.
I do it. And then he did it. Like, you can't knock him. So out of all of them, if there's someone who needs to be in that Hall of Fame, I would give it to Kane. So
first ballot.
Yeah, can't even argue this, man. That's the only one I can't argue.
First ballot, Kane, automatically.
Not sure how much more they're adding. Neil said not as many entries each year. I hope so. I hope they dead down the entries, then they'll be able to, you know what I mean, to extend it. Where not they're just randomly. Because truthfully, now they're scrambling to figure out who they want to put in. Like they're scrambling. It's like they ran out of so many stars that they're looking at like today's. Like they probably went to John Cena, like, you ready to go in? And John's probably like, no, you're not putting me in the Hall of Fame yet. You know what I mean? Like, think about it. Batista is John Cena's class and Randy Orton's class. Why is he Hall of Fame? Like, they still have, we'll say, Edge's class to go through.
They know.
But that's their problem. Like, basically, like, this is way too many. Like, they're putting way too many people. Like, I guess it makes them a lot of money. And I guess now they don't care. Like, when it comes to money, they're not worried about money anymore. That's why they'll give away their pay-per-views for free. They're like, oh, you know what? We'll do the Hall of Fame online. Like, they don't care now. Like, money is not an issue anymore to them. Like, they don't need to get paid off of shows anymore.
Yeah.
Like, that's when someone paid you $1 billion 2 times, like 2 different companies pay you $1 billion. You really don't have much to care about anymore. Like, your show can go to shit, and you still made them their money off of all the back shit you've already created.
They laughing right now.
Vince is laughing. Vince is probably right now using some of that money to figure out, how do I live forever? There's got to be something. It got to be in Africa. In Africa, there's got to be the fountain youth. Come on, I know Africa has a lot of things.
He's trying to get to Wakanda.
You haven't seen
He's trying to get Apollo to take him to Wakanda.
Apollo.
You haven't seen the wrestling? They actually wrestle. They have wrestled like a woman champion. You haven't seen it before, right? It's on YouTube, man. Is it Uganda? They wrestle like WWE style wrestling and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
So if he goes over there, they already have people that's ready to go. You know what I'm saying? You have almost, like, you know what I'm saying? You have people that they can say, look, these
Don't
are
say almost. Don't say almost. Almost is not ready to go. I'm scared to see him on WrestleMania because I think they've already messed up almost because they allowed him to talk and they've allowed him to smile.
Almost messed him up.
No. I feel they've already messed him up. They allowed him to talk and they've allowed him to smile.
Almost.
No, that's what I said. I'm not saying they almost did it. I'm saying they did it. I say they already did.
They almost.
They did it. Not almost. They did. Because think about it. The second I saw him talk, I was like, nope. He's not scary anymore.
I've been said that.
And then when he smiled, I'm like, why is he smiling? I mean, you're too big of a guy.
He's not a monster no more.
He's not a monster. But at the same time, you know what's funny? Looking at him, when I first saw him, I knew that he had to keep a serious face. Because looking at him, you can tell that he's a nice guy. But if you're looking from somebody else's lens, when they see a big black guy like that, just scary. You know what I mean?
They're terrified.
Yeah, that's what I mean. When I see him, I'm like, don't smile.
You know, Braun doesn't smile because, like, the worst thing that happened to Braun was him caught in the Wonder Woman suit, and like the final, he's just a big old fucking teddy bear. He's just like, so they don't want him smiling.
Yeah,
because you'll lose all that monster. You lose all that monster to him if you catch him.
He flopped on me when I saw him do mirror selfie and duck lips on purpose. It wasn't a joke post. It was a real post. Then it reminded me. I was like, oh yeah, he's part of that generation. He might look big. That's why now he's talking about, I remember being bullied. Braun, you're like 6'10", like 300 and something pounds. I don't think I'm going to believe you got bullied as a kid. I'm sorry. I'm not believing that.
Now, I don't know if that's necessarily true.
I'm not saying he can't be. I'm just saying now if I look at him and he's crying about being bullied. No, I believe the reason you're that big could be the reason why. Could have been from being bullied. You know what I mean? But now you're not crying about being bullied anymore. Yeah. I believe you bullied a few people in your day.
Well, you bullied back, right?
Exactly. So it's like,
hurt people.
Bro. Even Braun, they should have let him talk. Even Braun, the second he started talking too, it was a wrap. Because he can't talk. Think about this whole back and forth of him and Shane. Come on, Shane. Shane, just say it. Just say it.
Well,
if I'm that big, I'm just popping up to people. Hella words.
I think some of it's Shane too. Shane ain't really selling. I don't know. I don't know why they didn't have him just start a feud with somebody else. Like, this feud is
it's dumb
nonsense. I guess Shane is gonna try to jump.
It feels contrived.
It does. There's like no reason for it. And the reason they're making up was never hinted at. Like, I don't know. I've never watched Braun and been like, yo, this guy's stupid. As a character, I'm like, this guy's stupid. I never really, that never came across my mind. So it wasn't something that when Shane said it was like, oh shit. He wasn't supposed to say it out loud. You know what I mean? It was nothing like that. It was just like, okay, so this is where they're going with this?
He said it like once. And then he said it like 5 times in one promo.
And it's like, why all of a sudden he's
kind of ramped up out of nowhere?
And why does he feel so brave? Why does he feel so brave to be like, you know what? I'm going to call this guy. Like, come on. You're not going to walk up to a 6'10" guy over 300 pounds and be like, I'm going to call you stupid because I want to have a wrestling match with you. Why?
And don't paint on him.
and don't paint on him. Why? And don't. And if this
Green slime.
This match turns into a green slime match, like what is this? Okay, we just hit the hour mark. So before we leave, do you guys have anything else wrestling wise you'd like to add?
Yes, I do. Why is the Fiend and Randy Orton gonna end in a wrestling match when Randy Orton set this man on fire? I don't want things to end because we had a wrestling contest. Now, I'm going to murder you.
Why you come out my nerves with them foolishness now, man?
Maybe you just said it. They're gonna have a murder match. First person to murder the other person will go to jail for 25 to life.
I don't care about a wrestling
never have the match again.
After you set me on
foolishness.
No, they're about to have a murder match.
You remember when Kane had Inferno matches? You know, after an Inferno match, the match was done. Kane wasn't fighting the person the very next night. It was done. Inferno match happened. It's over. Ambulance match happened. It's over. You know,
you can give it to them.
Happens. It moves on.
He stayed away for a while. The Fiend did stay away for a while. He was away for a while. He didn't just show up the next night. He came back after like a month and a half, maybe 2. And he's still burnt up from the same fire. He didn't heal yet.
I don't care about a wrestling match.
Honestly, I was waiting for that. I was looking at him just to see if there was like little packets of smoke still smoking off him. I was waiting for it. They didn't do it. Oh yeah. And before we finally go, Monday Night Raw. Braun Strowman has train sounds.
Braun
has what?
Train sounds.
Yeah, you guys are telling me some train sounds. I didn't even bother because it's like you guys like trouble me sometimes. Like you guys like hurt my head.
No.
Who did that?
No, Slim.
I don't know.
You gotta watch it.
WWE. I don't know who did it, man. I don't know who did it. The man was running, and there was train sounds playing. It's me, like an idiot, I have headphones on, so I'm looking around like, did I turn another video on? Did something pop up? No, they played the train sounds.
It was weird.
That's one of those things like, Vince, do you really want to try it? Fuck it, try it once. Let's see what happens.
They're gonna wait till I get a crowd and they're gonna try it again. Watch.
Oh man, chugga choo all the way around. Listen, if I am wrestling Braun Strowman, and all of a sudden I hear the train going,
I'm running under the ring.
No, I'm running in the ring. He's running around the ring. So as long as that music's going, he's still running around the ring. I would actually find a way to get to the back and be like, just play it on repeat.
Just keep on playing it. Play a break and just keep
Wait
on playing it.
Wait till he tires himself out. Wait till he tires himself out running around the ring and then stop the music. Braun.
Oh, Slim, we gotta watch it. It's so dumb.
The train sound is Braun's, what's it called? Urn.
You know what?
The music's playing, he keeps going.
They'll do it on a house show. If the house shows ever come back, house shows, they do it on a house show.
We just talked about that. They do not need money anymore. Don't expect house shows to come back.
Because they have to get those big contracts.
Think about it. The only reason they're having people at WrestleMania is because it's WrestleMania. And they're like, you know what? WrestleMania, when you watch it, it's like the Super Bowl. It deserves people. You know what I mean? Like WrestleMania is the second biggest event in US under Super Bowl. So to have people there, they need that. Like that's the vibe. Like, and they saw in the last WrestleMania how that worked. It didn't work too tough for them. Because right after WrestleMania, they're going right back into the Thunderdome. They're like, nope, people are still cut. They're like, people are still cut. And think about it, they had how many pay-per-views before, and they're like, not worried about it. It's just that WrestleMania is such a spectacle. They're like, we're gonna bring people in. So don't hold your breath for house shows. I don't see them doing house shows for a very long time because it was money that they needed. You know what I mean? And helped their books.
They got the money from NBC
and Fox.
You
mean they got $2 billion within 2 years? So right now they're sitting pretty.
And you still And you still got your deal in India.
You see it. And they still got the deal in Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia.
You know what I mean?
I mean, Saudi Arabia, sorry.
Yeah. Then they have NXT UK. They're trying to build the one in India. You know what I mean? Like, they're all over the place. They're good right now. They're good.
If they can't go to Japan, then they might just go to Africa.
But that's why, like, actually, I guess we're not going to go for a minute. That's why letting go Andrade wasn't a problem.
Yeah.
And Andrade asked for his shit. They were
Oh, man,
like,
we didn't even get into that.
I put money that they were like, the only reason they didn't give it to him right away was because he asked for it publicly. And they're like, no, we're not going to give it to you. And then, as the shit died down, they're like, yeah, okay. Yeah, you can go. Peace. Do I have a... No, not even.
You didn't just do 90 days?
They didn't even give him a 90 day.
He can pop up.
They say you can
pop
go
up on AEW next week.
Next week. They have no cares. They're not worried about Andrade. You know what I mean? Like, they're not worried. They're in a spot right now. They're not worried about any. It is because Andrade's a beast. Andrade's a beast. Like,
I like Andrade.
Like, they could have worked something out with him. They could have worked, but at the same time, Andrade pretty much wasn't trying to learn English that tough. So, you know, Vince, like, you got to learn how to talk English. Like, I need you to talk English. And he didn't really. But at the same time, Angel Garza speaks English, and look how he treats Angel. So, who knows where Vince is. But yeah, Andrade, he's gone. But yeah, WWE has all the money they need. They're not worried about nothing anymore. The company is more important than the wrestlers.
Yo, that's crazy. That's crazy. A year ago, where Andrade, Selena Vegas, and Angel Garza were on the card.
Mm-hmm.
And Humberto Carrillo.
And they're all gone.
Except Humberto and Angel Garza and Humberto are still here. Okay. They actually just had a match on main event. Like, if it was not this week that just passed, the week before.
But like,
and Carrillo
look what you just
beast. Like right now, he worked out and he's cut. He's beast. And
Carrillo?
Yeah.
Hey.
Carrillo got him cut up. So I guess he's trying to get Vince's eye, you know? Vince got these wrestlers walking around like Vince got these wrestlers walking around like bad bitches. Like they try to make sure they look good. When Vince see them, hey, is that abs I see?
Yeah,
you know, a little washboard, you know.
no, they're seeing. There's like, yo, it worked for Jinder and it worked for freaking McIntyre. So it's gotta work for me.
And plus, you think about it, before Jinder and McIntyre did that, they were pretty much jobbers. 3MB.
Yep.
They were jobbers. So if you're on there, you got to think about it. Like,
they were
cut up.
They weren't. Neither of them was the main guy either.
That too. They were the backup to Slater.
Just like the Brood.
Yep.
Just like the Brood.
See how you brought it back. I see how you brought that back. All the way. Yep. Oh, right there. I see you. But it's true. But yeah, I don't know, man. But yeah, anything else would you guys like to add to this?
Nope.
Those are like the biggest news on
Charlotte Flair is not going.
It depends. Depends who you ask. If you ask Andrade, she'll be ready to go in 4 days, which was from his tweet. So we'll say she should be ready to go this week. Or if you listen to Rick, she's still sick and she's not going to make WrestleMania. Either way, she has COVID. And that's why she's gone. Heard about Aleister Black. He was dealing with minor injuries. So possibility he might come back. He said he's been training, but he hasn't been cleared yet.
I thought he got dropped.
No. He didn't. Keith Lee as well. Because of Zelina. Zelina's his wife, so as soon as she got fired, they stopped using him. But it seems like
he went cold.
He's like, he's healing up type thing. So they say. Keith Lee, same thing, not medically cleared, so that's why he was taken off TV. So,
okay,
yeah, man, a few things. But yeah, and Bobby Lashley wasn't on FastLane. What were they thinking? What doesn't make sense? Bobby Lashley wasn't on FastLane, and Drew versus Sheamus wasn't to be number one contender. They need to stop sleeping on Bobby. If Drew wins,
It's a champ.
if Drew wins, I'm gonna become the new Retribution, and I'm gonna go up to like WWE place, and I'm gonna smash that place up, just like those videos show. And I'm gonna wear a Retribution shirt, for it. Actually, I might have to cop one of those now that they're gone.
Retribution shirt.
Yeah, because they won't be selling more.
It sounds like
You sell them for like $5.
if that's the route you're going, they just might wait till you fizzle out.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Or they'll just let me in the ring. And then I'll just continuously lose while trying to make change. How do you make change while losing? Not sure.
That shit was doomed from the start, and I told y'all.
Nah, man. They played it wrong, man. They could have played it right. They played it wrong from the very beginning. The second they lost their first match, bomb. Like, what do you want from them? Like, this is a group that's going to terrorize, but they can't win.
They were done. They were done when Lashley beat all of them up. That was it.
Yeah, it was a wrap. It's like they went from being like terrorists to like a boys club. Like you're just a group of citizens who got together trying to make a change. No.
One of y'all didn't make it. One says, "Nah, I'm good. I want to be part of you guys. You guys suck."
Yeah. Oh, you can't knock her. She's gonna be going up against what's called Io Shirai next. Think about that. She kept herself out of Retribution and became number one contender in NXT. Not a bad change at all. But yeah, so that is this week in wrestling. That is the wrestling wrap up. As you can see, Slim is already out the door. He's got 1 foot out the door. Well, yes. Make sure you follow us. Yeah, this CheZZa. Make sure you go into Casual Fan Podcast so you see Trace's new segment called The 3 Count. You go there, he let you guys know exactly what are his 3 top factions. Check it out. Let us know your top 3 factions as well. Tomorrow, we'll be here again. New episode of Falcon Winter Soldier dropping. Episode 2 dropping.
Quick thing about that. So I was like, yo, I'm all for it because I didn't have to work the next Saturday, right? So I'm like, okay, I'm all for it. So at 9:30, I'm like, all right, let me just catch up on the wrestling because it was supposed to be the match between Edge and Uso. I'm like, all right, around 9:40, I'm like, all right, it's match gonna start, bro. Honestly, God, I don't know what happened, but around 3 o'clock, my eyes was like, fuck, I missed the podcast.
I knew you were sleeping.
And I turned off my TV. I turned sideways and I woke up at like 9:30, bro. I was like, yo, I don't know what happened. I was all gun ho. I was sitting there ready to these guys tonight. I'm ready to go because I watched Falcon. I was watching it because just before I was watching wrestling. I just finished watching Falcon and Winter Soldier. I'm like, yes, I'm ready to talk about it. Oh,
I knew it knocked out. Like that's why I keep saying it. I'm like, that's why I'm like, what's the earliest? That's why I keep saying, what's the earliest you guys can do it? Because I don't want to do it too late because you guys will fall asleep on camera.
Yo, Kane, bro. I was like, yo, I don't know what happened. So I was like, yeah.
That's Trace. I'm not a sleeper, man. I'm not a sleeper. I'll do this shit all night, sit here like.
Yeah,
but yeah. Yes, follow us IG Casual Fan Podcast. Yo, this CheZZa. You guys go ahead.
I'm Mr. Steven S.
At the same time. And who's got the doorbell?
I ain't got no doorbell, so I'm Mr. Steven S.
Okay. Boom. All right, Trace, and take us out, please.
Shot Club Podcast. Like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the bell to stay notified. Tomorrow, 8 o'clock, we're going live.
don't forget to take on the Shot Club podcast
No.
every Sunday.
7 p.m.
7 p.m. Catch it.
Bye.